Make it suit you. So if it's 6 weeks, 8 weeks or whatever, but remember, if you're going to do a sweetener for them, the longer you draw it out, the less you get paid for that period. Giving away a percentage is always a tricky conversation. That's why we made it very clear. This is our starting price. So I think you just got to play the game a bit and say, look, if you're concerned, let me prove my worth. But the agreement is, if this works, I want this. And if it works really well, the next, let's say, I don't know, if my fee goes above $5,000, we'll drop to 4%. If my fee goes above 10 grand, will drop to 3%. So I've got to work ever harder to make more and more money. But as I'm doing that, you guys are making more and more money. So you win more than I do. And I've got to put the effort in to get you to that point. But if you're not comfortable at this stage, let's do a month. Just pay me a flat fee. And the agreement is that if this is a success, what does that look like? At the end of this month, we move to the ROAS model. And if they start going, well, I'll be like, see ya. Like, I've just given you a get out of jail relatively cheap card. Not free. You've got to pay me something. But I'm putting my skill on the line to prove to you that I can do this. But you've got to pay me something. And then we agree that we move to the ROAS model if it's successful. What does success look like? We agree. Yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not really sure why they don't want to do the net profit or gross profit, because like I said, if I'm just burning money and it's on a revenue model, then I still benefit. Couldn't care less essentially. Whereas on a gross profit model, or like you call it ROAS, I'm accountable for how much I'm.
Yeah, that's why I like it. But you're overthinking it because you can't control them. Ultimately, you can give them an offer that's fair and that should be enticing. And doing that teaser for a month to prove you're getting trust. You're getting your feet under the table. You're building up a bit of trust. Because at the end of the day, you've got to remember, Mads, from their perspective, every bloody dickhead who emails them is like, hey, we can generate leads for your business. Hey, we can. So as nice a chap as you are and as trustworthy as you appear, you've got to see it from their perspective. They're like, fucking hell, this guy, who is he? Wants to take this money off us and yada, yada. People think that about all of us. So just don't overthink it. Soften the offer, but put your foot down on what you actually want after your pilot with them. Do a pilot test period.
And if they don't take it, there's two things. Either they still don't get it or they're just greedy.
The good thing about a test period is that we're not discussing. I mean, if they're unsure if I can deliver, then I can start delivering, and then they might experience that. Oh, this is actually nice. And if I'm not paying this guy, it'll go away. The big question is, can I do it in 1 month, or is it,
Well, I'm just throwing that out there. Do it in a period of time that makes you but make it suit you. So we have to assume you're going to do a good job, but make it suit you. So if it's 6 weeks, 8 weeks or whatever, but remember, if you're going to do a sweetener for them, the longer you draw it out, the less you get paid up, for that period. I don't think there's anything wrong with sweetener deals, doing stuff at a discount or as not pro bono in this situation, but just as a proof of concept, call it. It's like, just pay me a little. Let me show you what I can do. You could even cap the budget and say, look, we get to this point, really dangle the carrot. We will only spend X £1,000 or dollars, euros, whatever. And what that might do, if you have a really good month, is they say, oh shit, now we need to spend more. It's like, or now we go into the ROAS model, because that's the pilot. That's the agreed test. You want to spend more budget because it's working. So let's do what we agreed, the ROAS model. So you're teasing them.